Welcome, everyone, to the Everything Show, episode 439. I am your host, Matrix Lord 212, and I'm with James. What's up, James?
Hello, Z. How you doing? How you doing?
What's up, Gloria?
Billy's making me laugh.
What's up, Ellie?
Billy's making her laugh.
That's right.
Okay, Billy.
All right. So, basically, today we mostly watched Doctor Who, and then we stopped to watch Fear the Walking Dead. So, we come from a high watching, I don't know how many times I watched Human Nature and Family of Blood, and then Utopia, Sound of the Drums, Last of the Time Lords.
Oh, Family of Blood, so good.
I know.
Oh,
And
yes.
then we watched Fear the Walking Dead. And it's like,
It's a letdown.
yeah. Like,
Did it get worse?
yes.
It ain't getting no better.
Let me tell you
It
something.
wasn't the middle.
1 and 2
okay.
sucked. 3 was good.
James, you're giving me a crick in the neck.
4 was like,
Chris!
what's up, Chris?
Hey, Chris.
Hello. And then this episode was just sucking. Terrible.
Yes, totally.
Like,
Because there's no Coral.
why don't we have
There we go.
walkers in
No
The
way.
Walking Dead? Is there a reason why we don't have walkers? You spend
so
all
stupid.
this money for a
Yeah.
spin-off, and we don't
You know-
see any
you know what?
walkers.
You know what? I was like, the whole time they were showing like the streets behind them
Oh, God.
outside of the fence. I was like, I saw people walking. I'm like, are those some of them? And I'm like, no, those are the soldiers. And I'm like, why aren't they showing them even from a distance?
Right.
Like,
Where is the money for this?
they showed
Where
the
are
one in the
walkers?
store.
They don't
understand
get
that-
any Walker experience. They don't got shit on Rick.
This show is like torture.
No wonder. You know what? No wonder they got all like ruined and it got like full blown apocalypse because these people
Yeah.
don't know how to stop it from happening because
They
they
can
don't
never
have any
take a
training.
city. Like a town.
Yeah, they can never take it back.
Do you really think you can take this from me? Michonne?
I know, he's doing a speech, yeah. For Maggie!
And then Carol pops out throwing
What?
Ninja cookies.
Yeah, what I don't get about Fear the Walking Dead, I wanted to see Patient Zero. You know how it got
The
started.
very first one,
and
yeah.
they just glossed over all that. Talking about it's been happening in 5 or
And the
6
poor old lady
Like,
got
really?
lost her leg.
Exactly.
Yeah, like, they're showing us stuff like we're supposed to be shocked about. We already seen, like, 5 seasons of The Walking Dead.
Exactly.
It's like, oh my god, she's gonna become something. And it's like, oh, alright, we've seen this already. Show us something different.
Oh, as of tonight, season 5 is on Netflix now.
Yep.
Yes, nice.
Yep.
I was watching the finale because I love Rick's freak out.
You've seen me saying that plenty of times.
That
Oh,
means that
it's
my sister
fantastic.
and my niece and nephew are watching it right now because they were reminding me that's come on Netflix and so they're definitely watching it because they
Rick,
watched it already
stop
the episodes. It's just that now they're probably rewatching them.
Well, now we got the finale of Fear the Walking Dead, thank God, next week.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real.
Woohoo!
A lot of walkers locked up in this coliseum that they're going to let out.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm so happy that it's finally getting down to the wire and that there's only one more episode for the season. I'm like, because I'm really getting sick and tired of watching it.
listen,
I'm
what
like,
they
it's
should have
wasting
did,
my time.
Gloria, they should, at the last episode, kill the whole cast. Like, just kill them all. Because they're all terrible.
And what was up with the Chris and Alicia like going in that rich home and like
I don't even
bashing
know, man.
everything?
It's society crumbling.
And
Like,
aren't they going to be like step siblings? And he was looking at her when her
No,
dress
what
was coming
get me-
loose.
I don't. This was like something out of the Brady Bunch comedy movie with Shelley Long, where like
Man.
where they're looking at each other like, "Hey, Marsha," it's like, what?
Hey, Greg.
That's ridiculous.
Man, the Fear the Walking Dead is just one upgrade up from Z Nation. To be honest, it's
It's
just
just
a upgrade
it's
up
an
from Z Nation.
it's an embarrassment.
AMC's like, watch Fear the Walking Dead, and we're like, or what? You gonna keep us
Exactly.
enough?
And I could just picture the Supreme Dalek watching and saying, "Explain, explain."
Yeah.
Explain
so,
why there are no walkers.
Yeah, exactly. Where are the walkers?
That's so good, Billy.
Yeah.
That was so good.
I-
That's almost
I can see the doctor saying this right here. Some things just can't be explained. It's just the
I
way
am
They're like,
a
listen,
walker.
it's the way of the universe. I
We
can't
had
even
to-
sonic this. I can't
We
even.
had to spend a lot of money on the hairspray for these girls, and the guy had to have his perm good, and we just couldn't afford to put makeup on these people to go.
I know they didn't spend no money on none of them vehicles they've been
They
driving.
didn't even the walker that they shown today. What they put like eyeliner on or something? They
Yeah.
put some Visine in her eye. Like, that's ridiculous.
They could get better people from cosplay.
This is more convincing.
Play Walker than who they get.
It was bad. Wow, God, it was awful tonight. It was all talking. Stop with the talking.
Oh, and what is up with the old guy?
He's just some sick freak that cutting the guy up. Give me some answers. I'm going to cut all the layers of your arm off. Like, how about do something where make him look like he got bit, then throw it back to his military buddy. And he's like, oh, and he's like, no, I wasn't bit. No, and then they grab him and they try to...
Then they blow his brains out. Bam.
Right.
Oh, but the whole reveal that what they're going to do. Oh my goodness.
What, that the military's going to take them out? That makes no sense either because the military went into the streets and they didn't know if people were walkers or not. They shot people anyway.
They shot them.
Exactly.
How about they just cancel season 2 and then they meet up, like it jumps ahead in time, they meet up with Rick and them, and then Rick and them just kill
They
them.
shouldn't. They're not even worth. Here's a problem, okay? They're not even worthy to meet up with Rick and the group.
No, I know.
They're not even good enough. There's no dramatic death to them. Like, the guy that.
I can tell you now, Carl could take all them out. That's not himself. Carl, he could take them out.
Like, the priest could take them out.
The baby could take them out.
The priest could take them out.
By the way, Gloria, I saw Hillywood's parody.
Oh, you did? And what did you think?
It was fantastic.
I love it.
I just like they're so.
I love the guy who played Glenn in it. It's so awesome.
The Johnny Depp.
The guy that played Glenn was from the guy from the actual guy from Supernatural.
Yep, true that.
That kid that's a drug addict needs to go.
Yeah. He should have died second episode. He should have died second episode.
He had a
Black dude should have killed him.
Oh.
Came back at the Walker.
There's a kid that's a drug addict, and the whole thing's looking to score drugs while the Walker's going on.
I thought you meant the actual actor.
No.
Drug addict.
And he looks like Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp, yeah.
Like Johnny Depp.
Discount Johnny Depp.
Yes.
It's bad, man. It's just bad.
Now more like Skinny Depp.
You know, the sad thing is that I'm watching it, waiting for Walking Dead to come on.
Yeah,
just to watch it, you know, and it's like...
I told my dad, we were watching it, I said, Dad, I do not like this thing. And I'm like, and last week my dad almost fell asleep a couple of times. I'm like, okay, I know you don't like it, but just, stay up and watch it with me, bond with me, spend time with him.
13 days. 13 days.
Yeah. And I'm like, I keep telling him, don't worry, Walking Dead's almost come back, and we'll be able to see that. And I'm like,
looking at this though. It's supposed to be an origin story about how all this got started. So where's Patient Zero? What caused all this?
They're never going to tell you.
Yeah, the creator said that they have no interest
They do not want to tell you because even in the comic they would review it in the comic first, but they don't want to.
They said that they think it would ruin it.
Yeah.
They said it'd be pointless.
Yeah.
Really?
But in the end, probably in the very end, when they're finished with the books for good, they'll probably.
First of all, as long as the books are making them like millionaires, they're not stopping the books.
Yeah.
They're just gonna get tired at one point and say, "Oh, it was a burger."
or it could be some kind of like outside external force, some meteorite or some alien done crashed on a planet and infected human life.
Guys, I think
be like
Chris,
Prometheus. Be like Prometheus or something.
What's up, Chris?
I think Chris might be turning soon.
I'm paddling away.
Chris, you never watched any of this.
Only in this Fear the Walking Dead fandom.
I'm sorry, dude. You know what? You're right.
Fandom.
Dude, change the subject. Change the subject.
They
No,
got banned.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that I'm still watching it. It's just it's very hard to. I'm just doing it because they're going to meet up with our group, but I can't
Oh
stand
Lord.
them. I don't.
Here's the new Walker. Here she is. Here's the new Walker.
I just hate that they messed up that thing.
Dang.
Chris, there's a new Walker right there.
She
Yeah.
she is
makes
so
sense.
great, and they don't do her justice, and that pisses me off.
And that's River Song / Whoopi Goldberg / Tina Turner. There you go.
Chris, any news on anything else?
Like
But-
what?
Godzilla, anything?
No.
I got some news.
Did you hear about the Star Wars trading cards thing?
Oh.
Think about that.
Apparently, it's a spoiler. So,
Oh man.
There we go.
they had trading cards that had like symbols on them, and each symbol was like a different like faction,
Sith.
like rebels, Sith, Jedi,
Right, Kylo Ren's a Sith, right?
and yeah, and then the girl's was rebel and Jedi. So she's a Jedi, and then Finn, even though he had a lightsaber in the trailer or the little teaser,
Yeah.
just said rebel.
Well, that's not really a spoiler. That was actually confirmed a little while ago.
Oh, was it? I didn't know.
Yeah, because in the concept art for the movie, you see Rey with the lightsaber, but Finn. A lot of people think that Finn just had the lightsaber there. He was just defending himself from Kylo Ren. And Kylo Ren's definitely not a Sith. We know that too. He's definitely not. Like J.J. Abrams came out and he was like, there are no Sith Lords in this movie. It's just Kylo Ren and whatever Snoke is. So Kylo Ren, I think, is a Dark Jedi, and I think Snoke. Personally, I'm starting to think Snoke is a cyborg, but I don't know for sure.
Isn't Snoke being played by Andy Serkis?
He's being motion captured by him, yeah.
Yeah.
He is like the king of mocap.
Yeah.
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 King Kong, Planet of the Apes, Lord of the Rings.
I can tell you this. I just finished reading part of Aftermath, which is the book that came out a little while ago on Force Friday that takes place right after, or not right after, but a couple of years after Return of the Jedi.
Okay.
Really good stuff in there. The main story is garbage, in my opinion. But
Okay.
there's interludes in the story that make the book amazing.
Wow.
Like, unbelievable. I'm talking like Han Solo, Chewbacca are in one of these. The Knights of Ren are possibly in one of them.
Wow.
But yeah, it's really crazy stuff. And then the epilogue is like, oh my gosh, like blow your mind, unbelievable.
I know we can't really base it off the trading cards, I guess, but are you sure he's not a Sith? Because it says Sith on his card.
No, J.J. Abrams said he's definitely not a Sith Lord.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah. He said he's worshiping Sith, but he's not a Sith Lord himself.
Okay, so he's
Like
Sith.
like a Sith Padawan.
And what's the craziness with Hayden Christensen training to be a Jedi training that he's gonna be Darth Vader in the eighth one? Is he a clone? What the hell's going on there?
You gotta read the book.
Okay.
It's in there. I'm telling you, man. There's a specific interlude that has to do with Darth Vader, and it's like, oh, that's what's gonna happen.
So let me can we take a guess?
Go ahead.
So the Darth Vader that died in Jedi was really Darth Vader.
Yes.
Okay. So how could he come back then?
He's not gonna come back.
Okay, so are they cloning him?
No.
Flashback.
Is
No.
it flashbacks?
No.
Is somebody gonna try to wear the armor?
No. The armor's destroyed.
Okay, so what are they doing with Darth Vader then?
Back time travel.
Do you want me to tell you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So in the interlude, right, this faction of, I guess, these Sith worshippers call themselves the Acolytes of the Beyond. They're in this like really rundown. It's almost like the projects kind of thing on this planet, right? And there's 3 of them, and they're all wearing like Palpatine's robes and stuff. Like it's similar to that. It's not his actual robe. And they've got this huge like crate of credits, and they're there to buy something. And on the wall in this place, there's a huge spray painted mural that says Vader lives on it, right? So they go there, and the guy and this like bounty hunter slash like arms dealer is there, and he's like, I have what you're looking for, and I'll show it to you if you give me the money. And they're like, it better be what we're looking for, or you're in a lot of trouble.
Right.
And he's like, yeah, you're gonna threaten me, whatever. So like he pulls out a blaster and he's like, this is just so you don't use it on me.
Okay.
So they give him the money and his associate is counting it and he's like, okay, here it is. And he ignites a lightsaber. And it's Darth Vader's lightsaber. And he's like, do you want this? It's his lightsaber. And they're like, well, how do we know that's his lightsaber? It could be a fake. And he says, well, I guess you don't know. But it is a Sith Lord's lightsaber. And they're like, okay, we'll take it. He goes, so what are you guys going to do with that? Because that thing can cause a lot of destruction. And they go, we're going to destroy it so it could be with its master in death. And that's how it ends. So these guys aren't trying to bring Vader back. He's dead, and they want him to stay dead for some reason. Now,
why did he stay dead?
But this is the thing. The theory right now is these acolytes of the Beyond are the early version of the Knights of Ren, which is the order that Kylo Ren is a part of. So another part of the book is also like the surviving members of the Empire are meeting on this planet, and they're discussing what they're going to do now that the Empire is gone, or basically faltering. And one of them is like, well, nobody knows that Palpatine and Vader are dead. So why don't we just dress somebody up as Palpatine and make Vader's armor and put somebody in the armor and say, hey, look, they're still alive. And then one of the Emperor's assistants is like, that's a bad idea because none of us can use the Force. So how are we going to do this? Then they say, we're going to leave the galaxy. Just leave it and come back when the time is right. And they're like, maybe. So it's setting up the stuff, but the stuff in the epilogue, there's a specific character that may have possibly been introduced that if he's in this, if it's who we're all thinking it is, episode 8 and 9 are going to be unbelievable.
Well, who was the character?
Star Killer?
No. It could be Admiral Thrawn.
Oh, God.
Oh, from Heir to the Empire?
From the Thrawn trilogy.
Yeah.
Oh,
because
Dark Force Rising and Last Command?
There's one Empire official basically left at the end of the book that we know of. And he's sitting there whistling a tune from like the Rebel Alliance. And like someone comes to talk to him and he's like, oh yeah, I knew all the Empire was gonna fall. He was like, it was inevitable. But now it's my turn or something. Like he says something like that, and that's how it ends. But they never say his name.
Wow.
So the way it's described, it sounds like Thrawn. So.
Okay, but in other words, no more Darth Vader, none of that stuff. But why is Hayden Christensen in it then?
I'm telling you, he's gonna be a Force ghost.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Oh, okay.
I'm telling you right now, he's gonna be the Force ghost. They're gonna follow the new version of Return of the Jedi, where he shows up, and I'm telling you, he's gonna appear to Kylo Ren, and he's gonna say, "I know that you're following Vader's footsteps, but it's the wrong path."
Okay.
And Ren's gonna be like, he's either gonna say, "I understand," or
Forget
"I
you.
don't care."
Yep.
Huh.
So now, the only Force ghosts that could be are the Jedi. Like, the dark side can't have Force ghosts.
No,
right?
it's canon now that Sith Lords can do it.
So the Emperor...
In Clone Wars, Yoda meets Darth Bane, and Darth Bane tries to turn him to the dark side, and Yoda resists, and Darth Bane was also voiced by Mark Hamill in the show, and he's like, "You know why I'm famous, don't you, Master Yoda?" And Yoda says, "Yeah, you created the rule of two." So Darth Bane's story is canon because it happens in Clone Wars.
Mm-hmm.
So Sith Lords can do it, except their Force ghosts are red. it's kind of weird, but
they can't interact with other ghosts, right? They can't fight each other.
I don't think they can fight each other, but they can influence things that happen, though. So
Interesting.
Aftermath was pretty good, but the main story focuses on like a family reuniting after the Battle of Endor, and it's like, it's not that great. But I'm telling you, the interludes in this book are unbelievable.
Right. All right.
So I'm really excited to see what.
Me too. I mean, it's soon. It's December 18th, right?
Yep.
Wow. Yep. All right, guys. It's getting late. I gotta get to bed. Gotta go to work tomorrow. So thank you very much, Chris, for the Star Wars stuff. Billy, James, Gloria. All right, guys. Take care. Bye for now.